as you can see, the map veto is going on right now. So I think Inferno will be map number 1. It will be a best of 3, obviously. No messing around in this one. Dust 2, and then Mirage. So, you know, not a bad little pick there. We're looking forward to this.
What scares me, though, that I'm noticing is that we have Dust 2. For Chris J. I mean, to me, I'm thinking about that. I'm like, well, they let it open. They kept it available, and then they picked it. So, obviously, they're feeling pretty confident. Chris J, obviously, as you guys probably know out there, probably one of the strongest operas out there, at least in Europe currently, besides Kenny S. Just ridiculous in his play style. And I don't know. These 3 maps, what are you thinking? Inferno, D2 Mirage?
I don't know how these teams are doing right now. I haven't actually had that much of a chance to cast that much CSGO. Now, it's hard to avoid Mouz Sports. They're playing a lot still, but EnRo GRIFFINS, I haven't seen too much of. They've got, a lot of changes going through the lineup since I last casted EPS. That was a while ago. Same with Mouz Sports, to be fair. We saw Caddy in at Katowice, and now he's just, got off to stardom.
And Trubley used to be on the team, but now he's casting them.
Exactly. It's kind of going crazy. But, no, there's been a few changes here and there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys play. And obviously, they've got a great crowd behind them. They could all turn up and do pretty well on the day itself. So that's what it's all about for me, seeing how they're looking. I got in here pretty early, and these guys are already warming up, playing, getting set up. And, they're all pretty in good moods. No one's looking too serious or nervous just yet. But I can imagine once the games start, they might really hunker down. But, great audience so far. Everyone's, standing behind them. They're in their element here. So I'm hoping they do well. I'm hoping we get a very good first game. And we'll see how it kind of turns out for the rest of the day because, it is the first game, so they may not be fully warmed up just yet. But as I said, they were in early, so hopefully they put in the time to get used to the setups, and they'll be good to go.
Okay, I figured out what the static was, at least on our part. It was the window being open and the cars driving outside.
Did you confuse cars for static?
Well, they're driving through rain. Kind of sounds like a little bit of static, but I like how you said the crowd's behind them because as you can see, EnRo GRIFFINS, a couple of people here or there, but you saw Mouz Sports. There was a good 10, 15 people just staying behind their chairs. Actually, as we pan over, you see more people for EnRo GRIFFINS. But we have a huge crowd here, actually.
Yeah, it's
way
really
bigger
awesome.
than we had StarCraft last week, way bigger than we had League.
See, I don't want to say that. I do want to be like, yeah, guys, guess what? CSGO's more popular, but...
Well, I mean, StarCraft and League are dying games, obviously.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And CSGO is just only up from here. I mean, you have streamers now pulling off 5, 7K viewers all the time. You have, Freiburg with like a 10 plus K a couple times.
Really?
Even have
That's
Summit
really
always hitting plus 10K.
Summit 1G is a bit of a boss, though.
Yeah. Ayo. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what he does. So anyways,
Wow.
Like you said before, Mouz Sports have a little bit of a different roster change. They have Chris J, Legisha, Nuki, Tabson, and Gobby. And they actually replaced... Well, Spitty, because he couldn't be here. CLY, I think, had previous engagements. Because Spitty was previously playing with a different team for EPS. And then CLY was replaced with Gobby.
That's a good pickup.
It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck.
It's like, but I don't know how it's going to do on paper. Like, quite genuinely, I haven't seen a lot of him. I think everyone knows the name. I think it's stupid to say people don't. So I'm kind of curious to see how he does, though. You know what I mean? I think everyone's like looking to see how he'll perform in this one because it is an offline event. But then again, Mouz Sports are pretty used to this by now.
Spitty.
Or it's just his shirt.
Oh, it's just a shirt. I hope that's... I don't actually know...
It's probably just his shirt.
I don't know the face to the name.
No, me neither, actually.
But I wonder if that actually is Spitty and they lied to us or something. But I mean, we saw at HLTV.org an official statement released.
And HLTV never lies.
Well, never. I mean, even...
for life.
And I mean, EnRo GRIFFINS obviously coming in as the underdogs, but we can talk about, I guess, a little bit the other teams we have. Alternate, Wildfire. Alternate, to me, are kind of the... second team.
Runners up,
they're the team that, is going to give a good contest to Mouz Sports. I mean, they previously won Spring 2013 season, I believe, as End Faculty. And then we have, obviously, Mouz Sports, the defending champions here, where they placed first at Winter 2013. So it's obviously a lot on the line here, and there's always a possibility for upsets.
Oh, definitely. Well, this is what it's all about. They've been playing a lot against each other. It doesn't take much for someone to work out what their opponents are doing if they stay too static within it. So I'm curious to see what they come out with. And we're joined by Anders in Twitch chat. So, hey, Anders, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
I remember last time he was in the studio. Pandas came around. It was a good time. It was a good time for everyone.
Come on, really?
Yeah, I'm bringing back that love.
And there was no good Jason one with like Jason Pansy or Jason Anders. It was like
Chansey. That's terrible.
Anderson was the one we had with him and me.
That's okay.
We just don't. Our names don't mix.
No. And to be fair, he said you were a terrible caster as well, which...
He's not wrong. I mean,
everyone thinks he's this nice guy secretly.
No, he's the biggest tool behind the scenes.
Oof.
Like,
you have no idea, man. Even Richard Lewis, in those interviews, trying to make out he's a nice guy.
He makes Thorne look good. Like, that's the level that Anders is on.
Oof. No, we're only kidding. Anders is an awesome guy. We love him. And yes, Jason did cry during getting his makeup done.
The makeup lady scathed my eyeball, and of course I'm gonna tear up from that. It was not. I was not crying because of.
You were weeping like a small child. It was beautiful.
You weren't even there.
Oh, but I got told in those pictures.
Damn it. Why can I bring that up, Anders? Anyways, though.
No, we need to talk about that some more.
No,
man.
I think we should probably talk about how they're standing up in their chairs, getting comfortable.
Why are we talking about that? Why? No one wants to talk about that. I want to talk about your makeup. Like, what were you getting done? No way to blush?
It was the general makeup we normally get for shows. When we were down in that studio.
Oh, I thought it was the private time, the one you during.
She started costing me too much. It was like $500 a day or a session, and I was just like, you know what, not worth it. But one thing I always like seeing when we go to Counter-Strike or we have Counter-Strike events is the way they actually play it in terms of where their hands are on the keyboard, how the keyboard's turned. No, because I was down there earlier on. I saw someone on Mouz Sports. I don't remember the name. He had his keyboard pretty much straight in front of him. Not, obviously not horizontal, but kind of vertical in terms of on
basically
the desk.
Room space. You learn, if you used to play back in the day, or even if you had a tiny desk, you learn to adapt. Like, I used to play keyboard on lap with just the mouse mat and mouse on my desk.
How do you play with your keyboard on your lap?
Very easily. A lot of Quake players did as well, and it was just because of setup space. Back in the day, we didn't have these awesome, gigantic desks to get used to, and with a massive mouse mat like you're seeing right there.
I thought that was a desk.
We learned to adapt and overcome. So I used to play keyboard on lap, and I've seen people literally turn like that playing on the arrow keys, so they take up less space as well. Because sometimes you don't get that much room between you and the guys next to you, so you try and make the best of a bad situation. But there is actually a lot of room down there, so I can imagine it's just force of habit.
I think they have more room on their desk than they have behind them.
Yeah, indeed. It's pretty packed down there, actually.
It is. I think it's really warm down there, but...
And considering how early it is as well, most gamers, we're not up by now normally, we just kind of meander around in bed. There's actually a lot of people turning up.
I think if we had our way, we'd have woken up probably around 3 p.m.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe 4.
Maybe.
Just, our typical rhythm. But, I don't know, I'm hoping these will be good games. Thinking about Inferno, and thinking about, obviously, how intricate that map can be. We've seen obviously a lot of changes within the quote-unquote meta, with a lot of Molotovs being used when hitting that B site, really fleshing them out.
Look at Titan. Do you remember that round? It was was it 4 Molotovs landing on the site completely?
And they just waited for the guy to run. They're like, we know you're standing in the fire. You
can
have
either
to move.
wait or you can move and die. Pretty much it. It was actually really cool to watch. So the one thing I'm looking at is how they play the T side on Inferno for both of these teams. I'm not sure who's starting on which side, but the amount of recently I've been looking through a lot of demos, the way different teams kind of play it. Especially on that T side starting, those first couple of rounds. And it really does define a lot of the rest of the game to me. And it's going to be interesting to see how these guys play it out. Will they be heavily focused on, things like those Molotovs coming into play? Will they have a not cheesy strat, but a full on down to the T kind of we play it this way? Or do they kind of go for the start and then play off the back of it? I was watching NIP a hell of a lot recently, and a lot of their demos and the way they were playing it, I kind of tested it out of the SLTV finals. I was like, okay, let's see if they do this again. And they ran the same thing. I think it's Freiburg who picks up the smoke, and a couple of flashes. The rest just kind of get the armor on the go. They smoke up towards that CT, they push round Speedway, and they just get straight into the site and they bomb it in and depend on Forest and a couple to get the openers, which actually is really good to watch. And then Titan play completely differently. Obviously, I haven't seen them now with the change with Kenny S in the lineup. I haven't really been able to look over too much, but I like the way they play, to be fair. And I'm interested to see who's playing with what sort of style, because as you say, Mouz Sports do have a new player in there. They've got a couple of changes coming through. They've always been great individually. That's the thing. Chris J is kind of the dominating factor of that. And I think I'm looking at him to see how they play and if they actually kind of come together as a team, or if they're still just depending on this kind of okay, we're just good players. We don't need to be too worried about it.
That doesn't work anymore.
I don't think so. I think CSGO has got to the point now where everyone's on that level. You know what I mean? When it started out, it was NIP just 4 years ahead of everyone. And now the playing feels kind of evening through kind of every single team.
The fact that I can ask you and probably Anders and say, who's the best team in the world right now? And neither of you would be able to give the same answer. Because there's so many
paid by NIP to be a dirty biased
man. That is semi-true. I mean, you're a little biased when it comes to Fnatic, but
what?
Well, at least in other games with people
in other games, because I played those for 6-7 years. Jesus.
But the teams change so often. Who's the top team? We saw obviously Virtus Pro. At Katowice. Before that was Titan, really dominating. Before that was NIP, and
that's
now Navi in the Star Series. Taking down Titan, taking down NIP.
God, Guardian.
I mean, just amazing pair of them. Any team can really step up at any given time here. That's why we're both, kind of saying that You know, Mouse Sports are kind of the favorites, but EnRo GRIFFINS can pull up an upset. Wildfire can pull up an upset. Alternate can pull up an upset. And you can't really predict which team's going to win. And that's where you've seen a lot of people get mad, tweeting to their players like, I lost my op red line on you because you guys lost. Because you don't know who's going to win at any given time. Vox Eminor is the best team, apparently, by Enders.
Yeah, you biased son of a... Yeah. But no, we are just going to wait for this one to get away. And I'm kind of curious how we're not going to be getting the German casting over our stream right now.
Because we have the clean feed, so this is without any casting, just strictly audio
awesome.
being pumped
well,
into...
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Because we did hear a lot of German at the start. So
we did.
I'm hoping that it turns into the clean feed once we get into game. But
it could be entertaining if we translate what the Germans are saying. You've been here almost a year now, right?
And how long have you been here?
We're in the warm-up. That's where we are.
There we go. This is...
we should turn some audio on.
This is really laggy,
here.
actually.
That is actually pretty damn laggy.
See, now that looks like the game that's actually lagging there, and it might not be on our side, but we'll find out.
Why don't we send a message to our secret man on the backside here in production that can help us out, because, well, obviously we want to give you the highest quality stream that we can, and I actually did not pay attention to the knife round. I believe that was EnRo GRIFFINS, if I'm not mistaken. But hopefully we get everything fixed here. Obviously, want to bring you a very good quality stream here. There's been a lot of amazing action. Got to give a lot of credit to Semler and Anders as well because of how much work they've been doing, as well as Vendetta. He's been putting in some really good hours. Obviously trying to show you everything there is.
There's some brilliant content. That's the big thing in the moment. Like, the one thing I love about the scene in general is just the way that everyone's kind of like really stepping into it. And there's actually a lot of new casters coming through as well that weren't there at the beginning, and they've kind of warmed up to it, and they've seen that it's a little bit popular. You could say they're jumping on the bandwagon, I guess, but...
Hey, we don't want to call anyone out.
No, but it's nice seeing a lot of new people coming in, and actually, pro players casting a lot, streaming a lot. Like, the whole scene behind CSGO is really stepping up here, which is awesome to see.
Yeah.
Like seeing Pasha streaming.
That was a little weird. That was a little weird for me. Because
Really?
he was speaking like Polish and English. And his voice is so soothing. He has the perfect caster voice.
He's really good in English as well. Like, his English is actually
he's
pretty
really handsome
awesome
as well.
Yeah, he has those arms. But still, we are going to hopefully get this one going in just a second. You don't have to stare at our faces for too long. We are just waiting on this one to start up, hopefully. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we will. Looks like hopefully things have been fixed. We're not seeing lag on the actual stream. So that means I think we can drop in. And we should be good here.
I'm nervous.
I am a little bit nervous as well.
I'm nervous.
But I have high hopes for this, and I'm actually waiting for the transition because they've already started the actual game. And those are going to be interesting to see your ads.
Yeah, that may need to be adjusted.
Oh, this is still warm. Okay, so we will have EnRo GRIFFINS on the CT side here. Mouse Sports, obviously, on the terrace. And this is going to be a good one. I really think this is going to be one of the best games we're going to see here today. And hopefully things... All
right, let's see if this actually has sound to it as well, which might help.
I hear some... Okay, good.
There we go.
Sound. All right.
So we are almost ready to get underway. Obviously, I'm waiting on the warm-up to end.
I think we actually are live.
It does seem like it, but the warm-up ending thing is kind of confusing me here because they're playing out like it's live.
Well, good start, though, for EnRo GRIFFINS on this one.
Perfect start, especially on the CT side. Slightly surprising, but, Chris J and Nookie left alive. If you wanted two people, or at least one of them, you got Chris J there. So Freestyle could be in trouble. He's going to see this kind of a little bit of a push-up, going to back away with that flash, leave it to Nookie to push around by CT, just kind of keeping them at bay, making sure they're not getting flanked. And the HP's going very low. Chris J has found Freestyle, so that has opened up a little bit towards that bomb site. So bomb will be going down, and it is now 2v3. Let's bear in mind, Chris J does have a little bit of armor with him. He's still got a little bit of HP, but there's going to be 3 players now moving towards the site. Chris J holding on as best he can. Nookie does get the shot. They could do this, Jason. It's a 2v2 now, but Thompson and Roy are both pretty much full HP here. If they're going to do something, it's going to be pretty damn impressive. Chris J still holding on. He's got another. My God, they're actually doing this right now. Wow. And Chris J going big. 3 kills that round. What a way to start it. And the warm-up is certainly over for Mouz Sports. These guys are out for blood, and that's a perfect way to start this one off.
That was an amazing crossfire coming in from Chris J and Nookie as well. Coming in, obviously, from one man in the graveyard, one man in sight. We were able to completely lock them down. I'm really interested why no one flanked around from the backside on them. First, we couldn't see the mini-map, so I couldn't tell you whether or not there was someone doing that. They just picked them off a little bit earlier on. But considering you lose 2 men, or 2-3 men in the beginning of the round, and then you come back 2v4 to do that was just fantastic job here. And obviously, got a little bit of a buy up here. We haven't seen, I think, 4 Galils and 1 AK here. And I think we should introduce actually the players on both teams as Freestyle gets a nice shot at Chris J, and he does get dinked up, forced to run away. But over the side of EnRo GRIFFINS, we have Sick, Freestyle, Thompson, MJR, and Roik. Obviously on Mouse Sports, Tabson, Legija, Gabi, Chris J, and Nookie. And I feel like I'm saying Gabi's name wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right on this one. But you see Freestyle. He has the AK picked up here. He was able to take the away from Chris, and they actually could pull this off. This could be a very solid eco round for him.
It could be. There's still 3 players on A, and to be fair, the others on B look like they're kind of catching on that this is going to be a push across. And, with that heavy armor in play, Roik might be able to spot a good couple of them over here, but actually they're sneaking through CT Arch, and
they don't know.
They haven't even found out. Tabson and Co have not made a single sound at this point, and they're coming through, but suddenly there's a little bit of an alarm bell ringing. Roik has spotted out at least one of them as they're making way through that CT spawn. Now, I've got to say, the site's going to be in trouble in any second now. There's been a counter push down Banana from Thompson there, but they're going to try and over-rotate to allow the rest to come around the back. And to be fair, Tabson, Gobi, and Nuki are Tabson's pretty low. The others are still fairly good here. They're going to be going for their bomb site pretty damn quick. Tabson does get the shot off first, taking down MJR. Looking for the follow-up, but obviously just spraying through that smoke. No one just there as of yet. And now they do have the bomb down. They are locking this one through. Tabson's come up Banana in the meantime. We are seeing one being found inside. That's Nuki taking down Sick, and beautifully played from Mouz. Cool, calm, and collected. But still, that got a little bit close there with Freestyle picking up, the gun there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad win for them, considering they got the AK out of Chris J's hand. Going to be missing out on quite a bit of money there, but he's able to obviously re-gear here. But it was a big commitment as well. We saw, obviously, the head armor, and I believe a couple of pistols bought up on the side of EnRo here. But going to the third round, I'm expecting Mouz Sports to win this one, but EnRo already just off the bat have kind of shown to us, and probably Mouz Sports alone, that you guys can't walk over us. Like, this is going to be a close game here between both these teams, and right now you're seeing 3 men work over towards that B side here, 2 towards A. Kind of going for a standard split. Freestyle going to actually be really aggressive again through apartments here. Gobi will take down his teammate right behind him. Thompson going to be actually following in. And they went for a heavy rush on that site. But here's Thompson taking on Roy, going for that push into B here. They get the easy kill, and there's actually no one else in the site because they did rush A. And Freestyle will pick up the kill on a Nuki over in middle here. So they will have an AK in hand. Now the question is, will they save it? As Thompson will be taken down by Gob, who's just sitting in the middle. Freestyle will hit the shot. Gobi will get the kill onto him either way here. So 3-0 now in favor of Mouz Sports, but I have to say an interesting start for EnRo GRIFFINS here.
Yeah, they've done okay, but I think the thing we need to find out is we're going to have to go into Go TV after this or something.
Yeah, we're going to do that, guys. And obviously, let us know.
We are aware that the audio quality is not great on the stream right now, so we're going to try and fix that on up for you. But there's nothing we can do unless you want to miss half the game. So, bear with us in this one. As soon as it's over, maybe in between the maps, we could be able to jump in, hopefully. But we'll find out what we can do here as the T side looks like we're heading towards Banana. Chris J already getting the opener on towards Sick, and EnRo, couple of M4s, but Freestyle actually not running with anything at the moment. He's going to have to be a little bit careful on this one, but still, Roik holding on. 4 players still by Banana. Excuse me. It's going to be just holding the push through second mid and apps. So a little bit slower for Mouz Sports. They've already got the opener, so they don't need to worry about that. They've kind of taken down one of the players that was opposing them, leaving it a fair split on both sides. A, 2 players, B, 2 players. Nothing too much here. So it will be down to Thompson and Roik to hold on towards B. If they actually go for this, they look like they're kind of lining up for it, but still, 55 seconds is a lot of time to do something here with, Nuki and Gobi are both splitting towards A, putting out the smokes, maybe trying to get the attention of Thompson away from this B site before they go for the full hit, and I think that's exactly what they've done here. He has rotated over towards A, drawing the attention away from the push, but will be beginning at B with the bomb, so nicely played so far. Nuki and Gobi still pushing through. They could literally cut off half of these players. They've got 2 players almost doing the get-right role in this one, but still, it might just pay off here as Nuki has got the shot towards Thompson. Thompson did find Go B, but still, it's nicely played out from them. They should have a good, clear path through towards B, unless Roik can do something pretty incredible. 3 players in front of him. Tabson now coming around the corner. Roik does get the first. Good work from him, but he's now pretty much cut off from the rest of his teammates. They're being held down. Nuki's gone down, though, so now it should be a bit of a free-for-all rush over towards B, and there will be support. So now Lagisha and Chris J having to hold on. Bomb is down. Roik still alive. Couple of smokes, couple of nades. Nice little bit of a spray from Lagisha there. Not actually catching too many people off, even though he was in the right direction. We have to wait for the push coming in from those CTs right now. Lagisha has found Roik, and Chris J looking for a little bit more. He's got this shot, but he doesn't actually land it in the end. Lagisha does pick it onto MJR, and now Freestyle just left alive in a 1v2. Chris J to the right, Lagisha to the left. He's got down one, goes for the second. He doesn't know where Lagisha is just yet, but he's going to know now. Oh, beautiful shot. But I think it's too little too late. He's going to have to get the hell out of there. Nothing you can do, but so well played from the Mouz Sports side then. They committed, 2 players to play the kind of get right, get in between them role, which I kind of like, working up CT. But the way they played out, they actually pulled off, a good couple of players, away from B, focused them down towards that A site, got a couple of kills on the rotate. Really nicely executed. I
actually like what Roik did as well when he's inside the back of B. He just kind of picked up the first kill, backed away, waited for his teammates to come in, but unfortunately it just didn't really work out too well here. And there's even a little bit of a sketchy push by Mouz Sports, considering they didn't really even smoke off CT spawn or anything. They kind of just depended on walking into the site here. But honestly, going to be on an eco run here in Freestyle. Well, he hasn't been able to buy a gun here so far in this first half. He's been strictly relying on these pistols so far, and well, right now there's going to be one man working towards Banat. Will be Legija. Will get a nice shot off. Freestyle does pick up a kill to Chris J, though. Legija returns on a Thompson. Looking for the second one here. Will pick that up on a Sick. So will now be a 3-on-3. As we have that P90 picked up for Freestyle here. And there will be one man to his right. He'll spot him out. He will get the kill on the Gob. And this could be the first round for EnRo GRIFFINS here on a save here. MJR peeks down middle with the CZ. Picks up the kill on Anuki. And now Legija stuck on a 1-on-3 situation with 28 HP. Will spot the guy out middle. He won't get the kill, unfortunately. But he does have the bomb, and little does he know that B side is completely open. But working through tunnel, maybe back out to middle here as he can hear Freestyle and MJR running around here, and there'll actually be Roik right above him, waiting for him to come out, waiting for him to pop out, and Legija actually will go the other way. And that will be a save round picked up here by EnRo GRIFFINS. Fantastic job. I mean, Freestyle, pistol only again, 3 kills.
To be fair, he's been picking up hat tricks most round, but they've kind of been, I feel like, behind the pace of Mouz Sports. Like, pretty well turned then from them, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they always feel like a step behind to me, and it seems that Mouz Sports are just dominating a little bit here, but we'll see how this goes, 4-1. And, completely and honestly, EnRo desperately needed that, otherwise he'll be in trouble. And we do see Chris J, the man who we all know and love with this weapon, so he does actually miss the first shot there, down to 41 HP, and normally, it wouldn't be a sticking point, but actually this guy's renowned for what he can do with this weapon. He does pick up the kill towards Sick there, but his teammate did go down in the meantime, so a bit of a flower exchange, and I'm not sure if that's exactly the style they wanted, because Chris J is low. The nades are landing out from EnRo GRIFFINS as well, so they're in a good spot this round if they can play it out smart, but let's bear in mind, these guys have been able to drag them completely across the map, left, right, and center, the entirety of this time. So I'm kind of curious to see if Mouz Sports, even on an even, if not slightly weaker playing field, can still do that. Freestyler and MJR will be coming around towards that CT arch, which Chris J is trying to find an opening towards. Flash comes through. He doesn't actually land the shot that time either. So Chris J not finding these shots so easily. These flashes are holding these guys back. We still see at least one man down the bomb banana, just holding back in case anyone else comes down, but no movement just as of yet. And it looks like they're going to be going on the rotate. Now, Thompson not fully committed towards either A or B. He's going to be kind of going in between. Nice little smoke to keep him guessing they're coming out towards that CT arch. Couple of flashes as well. And it has at least taken his attention away from that B site again. And this is what I like seeing Mouz Sports do. They're getting so good at this kind of like fake out play. And now Roik is going to have to once again hold on his own. Last time this paid off for Mouz Sports because they held on long enough and denied it, but right now Thompson comes flooding across because he knows what's going to be going on. Roik is now in trouble. He's surrounded by Mouz Sports. Chris J's eyeing up with York. You can see him just through the new box, but Thompson coming through, finding Legia. Roik on towards Chris J, and this time they do the job. They knew exactly what was happening then. Thompson kind of doubted it for a second. He was like in CT spawn almost. You could see him, he was like, oh geez, if I get faked again, this is not good. But they kind of learned real quick, and I kind of like seeing that. They didn't just sit around and hope that it was kind of how it was going. They looked back and they played it smart.
And I really like the flash that came out of Roik as well, because it held them back. It actually bought time for the team to rotate around through CT spawn and get there quick enough. But as you can see, that smoke will be put out at the bottom of B. But it's going to be a heavy rush onto this B side here. Sick picks up 2 with the grenade. Roik picks up 2.
Wow.
And the third one. That's going to be an easy round for them. Obviously an EGO out of Mouz Sports, but 3-4. We definitely have a game on our hands. Remember, guys, this is only the first map in a best of 3 with G2 and Mirage coming up still.
Yeah, and at the moment, I think Mouz Sports, they're doing the right thing. It's just EnRo is stepping up a little bit here. They're warming up.
I feel like EnRo kind of has a little bit of a read on him after the first couple of rounds. Like that flash at Roik through, kind of bought time. And Mouz Sports seem to be a little bit too slow to actually commit towards these sites every once in a while. But obviously, it's very early on. Things can change here. And Mouz Sports, they'll be able to buy up here. Unfortunately, Gabi will not.
Well, let's find out right now. EnRo, 3 players on towards A. It looks like that's where the hit's going to be happening for now, but we have to wait and see. The bomb is still around the bottom of mid. No one really fully committing. Legia is edging towards that CT arch. Couple of flashes and nades coming through. We have to see if it's going to pay off here. Got to be coming in through the apartments. The flashes are going down. They put down the smokes and the nades, but round the back, Roik did come around, so they know where they are. Freestyle has picked up Tabson in the meantime, so now 4v4. Legia, Gobi, Chris J, and Nuki still alive, and Sick just taking his time. He did push down quite far to the bomb of Banana. His teammate did get picked up there, so having to back away, the site is vulnerable, but with 45 seconds left, the Mouz Sports side, they're going to have to make a bit of a commitment pretty damn soon, and they're still looking like they want to hit up this A site, so Thompson could be in for a good couple of kills if he can take down Chris J here. He does do just that. But will he expect Legia so close behind? He goes for the second, he gets the second, goes for the... Oh, beautiful play from Thompson. 3 back-to-back kills. Gotta be brilliant player, but there's not much you can do against 4 men who are still pretty much stacked out. So really well played out round then from the CTs. Playing cool, calm and collected, not overly rotating. They sent, one man right down, the bomb banana, making sure that they won't be going for that slow play again. They saw the same smokes. Really well played to the CT side then, keeping their nerve.
And Freestyle, again, picking up 2 kills. He's coming out huge every single round for them, as you can see. Well, 9-0-3 currently for him. And that was a buy run out of Mouz Sports too, which is really unfortunate. But looks like they will be going for some CZs here for them with a PT50 on Nookie. Going to play it maybe a little bit slower this time. But we're all tied up here. This is 4 rounds straight now for EnRo, looking for number 5. And Mouz Sports, well, they're just going to rush straight into this A site, going over towards this archway. And Thompson will pick up the Molotov kill. Chris J does respawn, though, as we have the flank come in from Freestyle here. Picks up one. Gets stopped by the fire from his own team. But one man has pushed through Legia with the bomb. And he's looking for that one man in spawn. He actually doesn't notice him out. He gets taken down here. And that will now be 5 straight for EnRo Griffins.
Yeah, you could also argue that this is more a CT-sided map. You can argue that, but I still always come back to the point that Fiflaren made during one of the EMS finals was, yeah, flag Jason. Solid shout then. It's not like you've been doing Battlefield much.
Yeah.
But still, no, I always come back to the point that Fiflaren made that, even though maps can be side-based, so obviously, one side will have an advantage of some kind, it doesn't matter. It's all down to the team's style. So, some teams may prefer being on the T side, even though it's not favored in the bias.
And Mouz Sports is the perfect team for that. They love CT side on Dust too.
And they're doing okay in this round on the T side. Chris J opening up on towards Thompson, and Nookie towards Freestyle has given a good shot here because, they're 2 players that generally focus on A, so it's going to be a big hit coming out this time. MJR, good position, though. He could actually surprise these guys. They found Chris J. The others are rotating through. They're already behind them, so right now, Roik finding Nookie. Gotta be within those apartments, but Sick is on the prowl. He could come around the back and really catch off the remaining members of Mouz Sports. So, gotta be Legia and Tabson still up here, so let's see if they can get that push coming in from EnRo. They need to retake the site pretty damn fast. There's only 2 of them left, and the bomb is down. Roik really far into the site, actually. He hasn't even spotted a play. He's finally, realised where Tabson was, but Legia comes across, eventually takes him down, but nice execution again from Mouz Sports. Smartly played, and I'm just liking the way they're playing. It's still very close between these 2, and it seems that as soon as Chris J lands those opening shots, it's like, okay, game's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we saw the first round was off.
Yeah, I didn't actually like him the first time. I saw when he went for the pick on Banana.
Yeah, he missed, and his teammate died because of that.
Yeah, it was a little bit, almost overconfident, in my opinion. So I'm curious to see if he's kind of now taking that into account. They played it a little bit differently through second mid then, using it more towards A, and they picked up the 2 players on it. So certainly something to look at again. And it looks like maybe Banana's not an option because that deep smoke coming down.
Yeah, it seems like EnRo are committing to that every single time here, not giving Chris J that opportunity to hit that pick that he wants to. And also because of that, they're going to be playing aggressive, so they're pretty much shutting down that potential push into B that they've been doing quite a few times. So Tabson looks for the guy middle, will get the kill into Thompson. So a great shot by him here, but I feel like EnRo is getting a little bit restless for that peak middle by Thompson seemed a little bit unforced.
I was going to question that as well. You knew that you had a deep smoke down Banana. They hadn't pushed up. You had your teammate there. You knew they'd be watching mid or in second mid. Why would you go for a peek like that? I don't know, but still.
He did pay the price, but Freestyle coming up huge for Steve, picking up 2 big kills. Tabson, the last man setting, gets MJR. Look for Freestyle on the side. We'll get the kill onto him. And now he's in a 1-on-2 here against Sick and Roik. And I can't tell you what's happening right now because, well, now I can because he has probably video pushing to the side here. He does have bomb. And it's like, if anything, he will get the plant down, going for more of a deep plant here. And he can pull this off. He already has a hat trick here. He could pull off the ace. And let's see. Flashes being thrown out. Going to be sneaking maybe into pit here. Let me stick around the site here. And that smoke buying him a lot of time as you see them starting to finally push. I think he spot out Roik there. But we'll get flashed up. And you will pick up the kill to Roik. And we'll look for the 5th one, but Sick will take him down. Fortunately, only 4 kills for him, but great job by him to come back for that.
That was spectating. That wasn't even us. Sorry,
that's not
guys.
us, guys.
I'm just going to put that out there. Because knowing my luck, I would normally be the person to do that.
I thought that was you at first.
Yeah, I know. You looked at me for a second. It wasn't us. Blame it on the German guys spectating downstairs. We are taking the feed, obviously, from this. I am so sorry. And we will be trying to update the stream, obviously, during the break. As soon as our producer can, give us a new link. We're going to be working with what we can do here.
Either we're going to keep taking the stream, but with a higher quality one, or we're just going to jump into game.
So just bear with us, guys. Obviously, we want the best content possible. And actually, we're seeing Sick picking up that up. down on Banana. This time, no deep smokes, and they could be in trouble. Sick has found Tabson, though, so perfect start. Goes back for seconds. He got down Legia, but, you know, Chris J's still there, so you've got to take into account that was 3 pickups then for a man with an AWP. That's pretty damn good play.
That was aggressive as hell, too.
That was really aggressive. They didn't even have that deep smoke down, and he just went for it anyway, so nicely played out from him. Excuse me, my voice is dying already, so Gobi and Nuki, the last 2 alive, though. And, you know, talented duo, but can they do anything here? I don't know. They're hitting up the A site. MJR's picked up 1. 3-star with the other. Pretty nicely done, but all down to Sick pretty much on Banana then.
It's almost been 7 rounds straight for them. Like, that is amazing by them. It currently leads 7-5, obviously a little bit favored for the CT side here, but EnRo Griffins, I mean, the team that we didn't expect to win this one, Mouz Sports, we easily had favored, coming out very far ahead here. And obviously 5 rounds isn't a bad half for Inferno, at least on the T side, but I feel like Mouz Sports maybe needs 1 more to feel a little bit more confident coming to the CT side. I mean, when you have an op out of Chris J on the CT side, it's so damn easy to hold on to these sites here, but well, either way, it will be another eco round here. Nuki with that P250. I think usually with the CZ here, but maybe playing it slow, maybe waiting for a pick or 2 here, but looks like they're going to get a little bit aggressive on this Banana. How does Chris J know? There's actually a man right next to him here. Sick. We'll start spraying through the smoke. We'll back away, but Gabi has picked up the kill on the MJR. He has got the gun off it as well. They could turn this one around here, but Sick will get taken out by Legisha. Now Roik will return with the kill on the Chris J from Carr. But still, 4-3. They have at least a gun on Legisha here. I believe Gabi did have a gun earlier on. Actually, give it over to Tapson here, since he has a... Well, I don't know why I actually gave it over to Thompson, but either way, we'll have the push on the middle. Freestyle will pick up 2, looking for the 3rd, but Thompson will respond. Then the spray from Thompson won't get the kill onto him, so it looks like they might be able to get the bomb down. If anything, get a little bit of extra money here. Thompson, well, he'll say no to that one. Thompson trying to respond, trying to go for the plant here, but he realizes he might get pushed. And he's in a 1-on-1, him versus Roik. And remember, this was an eco round coming out of Mouz Sports here. The incendiary grenade even going to come out. And Roik will peek, he gets the shot. Thompson coming up huge, gets the round from picking up 3 kills. And takes it now 7-6 in favor of EnRo Griffins.
See, excuse me, my voice is dying, but I'm kind of worried, not worried, but I'm wondering why EnRo Griffins peak so much. You know, it's, I get they wanted to dominate the pace a little bit and they want to kind of get themselves into the leading position, but I don't know why they're peaking so much at the moment. They're giving these guys a chance here. Like, okay, you've got to get in their faces a little bit, but, you know, you're giving Chris J the opener. Tabson comes in, but there we go. Sick and Thompson both picking up kills, but they're going super aggressive right now. They're going to try and take these guys down, but it's left in a 2v1. They're leaving this up to pure chance sometimes, I swear to God, but, you know, what do I know? And maybe they've got a little bit of a plan here. So Nuki, the last man standing, not a great deal of health, but he knows, you know, roughly where he wants to go. He's got a good chance in this still. 38 HP, head armor, you know, 2 flashes of smoke. He's got something to work with here. But will he be able to find any of these players? Oh, MJR is going to be watching that cross towards the A site. So if he does go up that way, he could really be in trouble. And actually, he's going to be peeking. Oh, he does get the tag MJR, though. Both down so damn low, considering 12 and 14. Nuki really could not go even near that fire. A lick of it might take him down. So carefully done. Continues to head around towards A, but through the apartments, 40 seconds. He's actually got a lot of time to work with, so doesn't need to rush too much.
Does MJR expect this, though?
It doesn't look like he does. He's not actually looking at the apartments, but he might do just right now. And there we go. MJR just locking it down. But EnRo would bring this really close sometimes. Like, I feel they could probably win these out a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
But they're going super aggressive sometimes. I'm not sure if that's their playstyle, maybe. And it is throwing Mouz Sports off. But I'm still kind of like, that's a dangerous play here.
And they haven't really been able to, well, I guess I can say they have built up a stable economy just in terms of winning those, you know, pretty much 6 rounds straight here. But well, Mouz Sports, last round of the first half here, buying anything they possibly can. Pretty much 4 men with head armor here. And Thompson can be very aggressive down Banana. Just like you were saying, EnRo Griffins are playing like hyper aggressive at some points, hyper passive sometimes, but it's catching them off. It really is, as they pick up 2 kills here. Even Nuki does respawn though, as well as Legisha picking up 1 apiece there. So we will have a 3-on-3. And it looks like they have dominated this A side here, but Thompson will be running through Speedway, trying to catch up, trying to get over towards this site. And they want to come out 9-6 instead of obviously 8-7 here. Thompson will go straight through Library. It looks like Legisha will get the kill on Thompson. I think we're hearing, I would say Mouz Sports side here. Chris J will spot at least 1 man here. We'll look for the kill on the truck, gets it as well. And it looks like with Nuki in the site here, they will pick that up here. And that will be EnRo Griffins now 8-7 out of that first half. I think that was a good comeback by Mouz Sports. It really was. 7 rounds is not a bad T half.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, quite genuinely very good. So they can't be upset with it at all. They'll be happy with that. I think they could have refined it a little bit, but still, that's perfectly fine from them. And they're a good CT side, as a team. So I will stop dying some point during the day, but right now we're going to have to live with our choices. But yeah, it was really well played out in the end by both teams. EnRo warmed up towards the end a little more. Still questionably aggressive at times, I feel. I didn't necessarily agree with all the picks. It did give them the rounds, but I think they could have won a little bit of a cleaner way. Yeah, I think that's the only way I can describe it. So guys at home, you did hear their mics. Sadly, that's what we can do.
We were listening to their team speak, I believe.
Yes,
I think that's what we were doing. The German stream tuned in onto that one. And I believe we might even still be there for a little bit, which they eventually should turn down. Okay, maybe not. Either way, EnRo Griffins on the T side here in the pistol round.
You get to hear a little bit of German in the background.
Yeah, I mean, too much English sometimes here on the English stream.
It upsets me. So much English. God.
All right, but here comes a 4-man push onto this A side here. Maybe you can message our producer
right
and let them know that actually it's still on.
No. They want this right now. We're leaving this. We're living with our choices.
Nice flash comes out. Nuki does stop EnRo from pushing in towards the fight, but it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Yes, I said flag again, but here comes Nuki looking for the first kill here. Actually, will get gooshed inside here. Sick chasing him down, and Sick will get the kill. And that will be now a 2-on-2 here. Christian and the Gija coming around from short, coming around from quad, looking for the kill. And they can hear them running. They can. Well, the bomb won't be planted here, but Gija already 2 kills in his pocket. Sick looking for one here. Does get chased down from the Gija off the side of truck. And actually will be pincer in here, but he hasn't taken down just yet. Thompson responds with a kill, though. And now Christian, the last man standing, will get one. Can he get the second? He's going to rush to the side. He will not pick up the kills. Thompson barely stays alive with that 3 HP. But picks up 4 kills in that round.
Yeah, really well played. It's just right at the end then. Chris J could have done that, but... guys, I do apologize for how this is going so far. We will be desperately trying to sort this out as soon as possible. And there's a scout, and it's not with Chris J. That just confuses me. I kind of doubt. I don't
like change.
I don't like change. It scares me. But we are seeing the head armor, a couple of pistols in the mix. Legia will be trying to hold on here, but gonna have to back away.
He connected at least with the
He did
Sick.
towards Sick, but then again, they've got the head armor on the go. They can be pretty hard to take down with just a scout, unless he does a bit of a Chris J. But still, let's have a look at what the T side are doing here. So MJR and Roik taking their time down the bottom of mid, not really fully committed yet. This is a little bit maybe more to the playstyle of the Titan, taking the time, leaving the bomb down the sort of the bottom of mid and going when they please. We have seen the first kill coming in for Legia, taking down Sick. The team, the man he already tagged up a little bit earlier on, so not too much damage done. But this time it looks like the EnRo Griffins will be heading towards that A site. 4 players stacked up, but there is Chris J, Nuki, and Gobi all kind of tucked in here. But look what they've left open. CT Arch is completely vulnerable here. And maybe EnRo are going to find this out any second now, as they aren't taking their time, walking their way through. They could quite easily go around towards B if they fancy it and leave one man back to maybe watch it rotate if they want, but...
This is exactly what Mouz Sports did EnRo Griffins on T-side.
This really is, but last time they spotted them about here. You know. Now, there's no one to spot them. Tabson's just going to have to hold on from the side, it seems. And, they've got the rifles up against pistols. That's a damn hard shot. You're not going to be able to do much, but Legia coming in again. Oh, my word. Legia with a beautiful double to give him the hat-trick already. Comes back in for another. He gets the tag, not the frag, on towards MJR. And now just 2 standing. EnRo are in trouble here. Roik is holding on. MJR's got the kill. And MJR now has to hold the push. He's got another. Goes for the third. Gets denied it. Gobi slams the headshot past. And now it's just Roik in a 1v2 after plant situation. Gobi heading around towards the site. Chris J is there. Roik spots him out. He knows they're both on towards the site. He can completely focus. He goes back for the shot. Takes down Chris J. Is this going to be a full defuse? Flash comes over. Has he got the nerve to hold on?
Oh my god.
Gobi is holding on to this. It's going to be a full defuse. Roik has just got juked to hell.
Wow.
My god, that was so well played out in the end. That takes absolute balls of steel.
Oh my god,
Especially
that was
with
amazing.
That flash, with that flash coming over, you're like, oh god, he's going to peek right now.
I would be, yes, I was going to say something really bad right there. But Legia, though, fantastic shots out of him. 2 headshots, obviously getting the tag on Exic as well. Really opened up the possibility for Mouz Sports to win that. So they come back from it. Now 9-8, it's still in favor of EnRo Griffins, but Mouz Sports pretty much on the full buy here as you do see the P2, or not the P250, sorry, the Max 7 by Chris J here. As chat is...
Exploding.
Exploding, yes. As you can see, ooh. Like it with the how. I like
They
these. I
look
like
so
some new
nice.
skins. The Vulcan's really nice here, but here goes a push onto this B site. Damn it, Jason, you'll fix that eventually here, but Sick will pick up the kill at Tamsin. Okay, we'll be charging. We'll just back away, though, just trying to stay safe while his team does rotate in, so we will have donated over one gun here, but Sick will be taken down here. Again, we'll be looking for MJR, and he will get dropped, so this will be now 2 M4s on the side of EnRo, so they could pull us back here. This could be an amazing eco out of them. Chris J with that Max 7, gonna be charging freestyle back in new box here. We'll get gooshed out right away, and he will get taken down here. Now the last man standing will be MJR over towards spawn. Actually, will spawn out the first man, won't pick up the kill, and that will be now Mouz Sports tying things up here at 9-9.
Yeah, this game is getting really close now, so I really can't wait to see how this kind of ends up between these two. And it's going back and forward, ridiculous rounds like the Gobi thing. You can't even bet on that stuff. So it's just beautiful to watch.
I'm seeing some guys say, "Well, buy my $5 stat track skins."
Oh man, them feels. Right in the feels. So we are going to be seeing pretty much a fully bought up T side this time. CT's interesting stat. Chris J, curious to see where he plays this one.
Yeah, I can kind of see the upside of this, though, because the Max 7 gives you, I believe, was it like $600 per kill? And if he's trying to save it for an op, obviously that's probably one of the best ways to do it if he's holding like apartments or something like that, which I'm assuming that he's going to be doing here. So could just be for an economic kind of play here, but either way, EnRo. They have to stop the bleeding. They really have to stop the rot right now.
Yeah, Mouz Sports, once they get to that comfort zone, they are a dangerous team. But there we go. EnRo picking up the nice opener towards Tabson. So they're going to be trying to hit this one up as quick as possible. Will they expect 2 more players here, actually? Legia is in the corner. Oh, beautiful opening. Kills coming in. Thompson and Roik completely cracking the B site open. That's just now in their hands. 2 players left. What can you do in this situation? Save. Run and hide is pretty much all you can do here. 5 men standing. They barely lost a flick of health. Look at Thompson. He's still on 78 HP. They opened that side up, got it going, even with the 3 players there. That's so well done. You know, it was really well played from them in the end. And once again, EnRo are impressing me. At the start, I was a little bit like, oh, this is going to be a bit one-sided. I'm being honest here, you know. Mouz Sports on paper, you say they're a lot better than you know the opponents, but EnRo are coming out and they're picking up round after round. Maybe not, you know, in the most beautiful, stunning way, but they're making it work. And at the moment, they've just taken the lead.
They have, and I mean, we're seeing something a little bit interesting out of Mouz Sports is, you know, to me they're kind of, at least on Dust 2, I know they're an aggressive team. But we're not seeing them, you know, go for any deep smokes on Banana. Obviously, it's really early into the second half here, but they're not being aggressive at B. And obviously, as we just saw there, they got shut down completely by Sick with that AWP. But maybe they'll change things up here. Maybe they'll get a little bit aggressive, maybe a little bit hyper-aggressive here. But Chris J has AWP, and it looks like he's going to be playing a little bit of a Kenya's floater role here. Going to be peeking apartments. Actually, might even get aggressive in here and bring the fight to them. This is so ballsy. Well, does he know there's actually no one there at this point? We'll be looking towards T apartments here. But still very aggressive. And if he gets taken down, I hate to say it, but that should be another round win for EnRo here. But either way, see Legia with that FAMAS. Looks like the hit will come back at B here.
I hear voices and it scares me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those are inside your head. But Legia, though, going to be holding on for the push. She'll smoke that up here. We'll start to spray through it, but unfortunately won't connect with anything here. But here comes the push in. And now Legia, can he hold on to this? As you can see, his partner off to the side here, trying to get a little bit of a crossfire here, but they're all completely smoked out. Chris J responds with a kill, but Sick returns right back on him. But Tabson pushes the smoke, gets taken down, but not before picking up one. Roy gets dropped by Gabi. And now it's a 3-on-2 here. Thompson back by New Box. And Sick looking down towards CT spawn. He's not getting flaked up Banana right now, so he has a possibility to come out huge here. Let's see. Obviously, Mouz Sports taking their time for the retake. Thompson still sitting on the back. A new box here. And Sick gonna push up here. We'll go to his right. We'll get taken down by Chris J here. And Thompson will start the kill though onto him. But now he's in a 1-on-2 here, sitting in the smoke, looking for maybe someone to just peek around the side. He hears the defuse going. He's gonna look for it. No, but Gabi will take him down. And we have to talk about that man, Gabi. Coming into the team here, you know, pretty much being picked up for this event only. And he is doing amazing for their team.
Yeah, a player of that caliber is just having, you know, the knowledge that he retains on just his shoulders. Just someone like that in the team is such a core member. He may not be like a top fragger in this, like at the moment,
12 to 13. Yeah.
But, you know, just having him on the team, you know, the decision-making he can make in those situations is what you want. You know, the diffuse coming through.
Yeah, exactly.
Just these choices that you can make are perfect. But we are seeing a fully stacked out T-side going back in for the foot push. 10-10 right now. Legia, Tabson all coming back round towards A. We are seeing a massive stack out from those Ts round towards that CTR. Right found Legia. Freestyle on towards Nuki. They'll open this one up, completely brute forcing their way in towards that A side. Smoke's coming through, trying to block it off. Thompson takes down Go B, and now the bomb is going down. And Mouz Sports, once again, left with no option but to run and hide. That was just complete and utter focused brute force from the EnRo Griffins. They didn't need to do it prettily because they just made their way in. They got the kills they needed, and they made it really work. And I'm surprised that Mouz are leaving that CT arch so light sometimes, you know?
Well, the thing is that they've been hitting B most of the time, and they've been playing really slow, but that all of a sudden switch of being hyper-aggressive caught them off guard with that straight rush into that A site. So, gotta give credit. Very well done by them. And, you know, it's been a while since we, you know, got to cast some Counter-Strike Go, but we're having a cracker of a game so far. Really, 10-10, gonna be 11 here in just a second.
Brilliant.
Didn't really expect it to be this close, you know, off the bat in the first, honestly, first map, but, you know, Griffins, they're proving to be a pretty damn solid team here.
For sure, and I'm loving that music at the end of the rounds, you know. Really. Hey, it's early, you know, guys. We're just chilling out here. We're having a good time. But still, for Mouz Sports, they're probably not having a good time. They've got a mixed bag, obviously, because Chris J and Tabson were able to maintain those weapons. Other than that, you're not seeing much. So this is going to be another tough round for them. But then again, you know, the amount of times I've seen teams turn this one around just to make me completely baffled and confused is quite surprising. So we have to see this one goes. And
did Chris J just take a chunk of damage from the fire?
I think he did. He might need to switch that AWP out at some point. But we are going to be seeing once again the T side heading around towards that CT arch. And who is that waiting? It's Legia. So he could be in for trouble. He might get a nice little pick towards Roik there, actually. So playing it smart, taking his time, leaving Tabson to put down the main damage. Comes around for the peak, and it's actually Thompson and Roik to get the openers once again at A, denying that CT arch hold. And it's just time and time again. You rinse and repeat. They barely lost any health here. And Mouz Sports, they're going to have to try and do something. Gobi comes in, finds Thompson, but Nuki does not find the kill, and he's surrounded. How's he not been spotted here? Oh my god, Nuki is still laying down fire, and the T-side just toying with him, it seems.
Wow.
And Freestyle will come in with the end. But still, that was just another well-played out round. There's not much more I can say about it because, Chris J took a lot of damage at the start, so his AWP was pretty much already fairly weakened. Yeah. And considering the T-side went for the CT arch push, you're kind of limited on what you can do unless you go for the initial challenge, I feel. Like, he may have played a little bit smarter, but then again, he's against a team of whole AKs. It's going to be pretty damn hard to do anything. And then the other M4 was kind of weakened out by pushing around to CT. So
there's another hyper-aggressive push here, but this time onto the B side here. Roy can actually lead the charge here. We'll have man off to his right and one towards his left. Will be taken down by Legia, though. The rest of the team going to start to flood in here. Tabson picks up a kill. Tabson will get a second one. Not going to take down the third. Freestyle picks him up. We'll turn around, spray through the smoke. And Nuki will pick up the kill on him. The bomb, fortunately, is sitting back over towards that smoke here. And now, finally, Mouz Sports looks like they will be able to pick up a round here. Freestyle will get taken down, but you know, one thing that I've been kind of unimpressed with so far, which I hate to say it because I always look forward to it when casting Mouz Sports, is Chris J's AWP.
It's been fairly quiet.
It has, and like that's the thing. I mean, if you think of Mouz Sports, you think of Chris J, you think of his strong sniping ability, but he just hasn't really been able to perform. He's been obviously rotating around from apartments to middle to banana, and this time it looks like he will be peeking out of banana here, actually, looking for that kill. And he could be so impactful for his team, but unfortunately, it's just not working out too well.
Sometimes it's the way the cookie crumbles, though, you know what I mean? Sometimes you're not always in the best spot at the right time, and you know, teams may just push to the other side, and at the moment it's working out for Mouz Sports. Chris J has used that AWP to some effect. MGR going down, joined by Thompson as well. So already a 3v5, and this time around the CTs are really trying to dominate the pace, it seems, keep EnRo a little bit further back, not allowing them those opening kills so easily. So it could be 12-12 anytime now, but let's see if EnRo have anything left here. Generally, their A push has been pretty impeccable, but then again, they had a fully stacked out 5-man squad to hit it up. This time, only running with 3, they're going to have to be challenging out somewhere. B is the site that only have the player advantage on, so not a bad choice if they can get the openers. Still got a couple of smokes and flashes to use. They can easily get this one going, so Roik will be dropping that one up and over to try and deny any peek across, but Legia finding Freestyle is going to make it so much hard work. Flash in, get him backwards, try and find these picks now, but even a team flash to make it a little bit harder, and Sick has gone down in the meantime. Tabson finds him, Roik soon to follow. Well played out by Mouz then, and you know, for one show, this counter flash is coming through, holding back, getting the openers, playing it smart. It paid off for them, and if we know they can play like this, but EnRo then, you know, for once kind of didn't do their normal thing. They kind of played a little bit differently.
Yeah, it seems they got maybe caught off a little bit because they had, what was it, 2 men rushed to the smoke into that B site and they got taken down right away. The other 3 just sat back like, oh, maybe we should go somewhere else here. But Chris J gonna go for the peek down middle. And unfortunately, well, he will spot 1 man out. Unfortunately, not quick enough for that one. And there will be 2 men actually working towards apartments here. So go for a little bit of a more of a normal kind of play style by EnRo here. Going for more of a standard kind of thing as you see Thompson actually get taken down here by Sick. Kind of 14 HP. Look at the second one, but Legia will pick up the kill, and that is 2 for him. And he's now getting the information that, guys, there's no more banana. They're probably going to be hitting A here. So they already have 1 man rotating in through CT spawn. And it looks like EnRo has to be careful here. Chris J will pick up the kill on Heroic. And the last 2 working through apartments. Well, last one now. MJR will be going up against Gabi here, but unfortunately, I think he's going to do too much as Chris J shuts him down. And Mouz Sports, they're finally on a roll. They finally look like they got their feet back under them.
But to be, okay, let's look at it this way. In my eyes, when EnRo go B, they lose because I'm pretty sure it's Tabson and Legia holding it. I may be completely wrong.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's those 2.
Sometimes Chris J if he has an
And then 22-19, 19-19. They're the 2 strongest players out of the team so far on the score, at least. And they've been really locking it down. There's been barely any troubles over by B. But then you look at when they hit up the A side, that's completely different. But this time the CT side going very aggressive down mid. T's going up through second. This could go badly for the CTs, actually. They're kind of surrounding themselves here. They're going to have to back up soon because they left, obviously, apartments pretty much
Can they
open.
get out apartments
but
quick
Chris
enough?
J now has the Lemming train coming towards him. Thompson gets some big damage. Freestyle goes down. This is going to be an easy round for Mouz Sports. Not even barely taking any damage. But I want to see what happens now when the T side, they're going to have to do it pretty soon, actually hits A again and hits it well. You know, when they go B, when they kind of toy with that idea, I don't feel they've got the same kind of impact. But when they hit up the A side, I feel they do a little bit better.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely on that one. And also the switching up between being aggressive and defensive, or at least passive in terms of the way they've been playing, is really worked out well for them. But they've been aggressive nonstop for that past, I want to say 3-4 rounds here. And it seems like Mouz Sports have been prepared for us. Now Legia will pick up the first kill. Taken down by Thompson though, and now Thompson will be off to the side. We'll pick up the kill onto him. And that will now be a 4-on-3. And just like you said, they hit B, well, they get shut down at B pretty much every single time here. And even Thompson will have 1 man rotating around from CT spawn here, so that will be shut down for them. They won't be able to work out that. And now Chris J with AWP there is to make things even more difficult, as you see. We'll actually peek out. We'll miss the shot, though. It's very unlike him. With that incendiary grenade, we'll be able to hold him off for quite a while. We'll still obviously have a minute to work here in Sick. Well, with that op red line, won't be able to spot anyone towards Spools. But look at Roy. He could be the wild card here. He's sneaking in through Archway. He could come around the backside, maybe pick up a kill on a Chris J and open up that 3-man push onto that B site here. That's Sick still looking for that 1 shot. And you see Nookie. Yeah, you see Roy still there. Actually towards the library this time. Not pushing out towards CT spawn just yet here. And Sick and trying to buy some more time. Roy, he will spot out Chris J. He will miss the shot though, but he's at least applying that pressure here. The rest of EnRo are actually not rushing to that side here. MJR trying to watch the back. All right, still trying to be aggressive here, trying to push in through CT spawn. Will spot out Chris J, but he gets killed here. And that has completely shut down his potential push. Tabson gonna get the nice flash out. We're looking towards Barbecue. We're gonna pick up the kill on MJR. Now the last man standing is Sick. And not for long here. 15-12 now Mouz Sports. And they're on match point here.
Now, I like the way they used Chris J then to make sure they knew what was happening. Like, they didn't want to overly commit the 2 players from the other side towards B before they knew it was a natural B hit. And just put in mic audio on, you know, Germans. Jeez, see, this is why we can't trust Germans with the stream. Get eine smoke. I think he means get 1 smoke. Yeah. Yeah. My German is awesome.
Yeah.
So obviously, well, map point for Mouz Sports right now. It's obviously not match point. This is the best of 3.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if they can close this one out quickly. We are seeing the rifles coming out from the T side, and I will leave you with a little bit of game audio if they do start talking a load of German. Right now, nice work from EnRo. They actually have opened up here, but now Chris J's in trouble, but he's going to fight his way out. Orb gets put to use, but 9 HP left. The rest of the T's going over towards A.
I think that's EnRo's actually audio that we're listening to
Yeah,
as well
when I hear nice when they're getting a kill actually opening up the B side, it's got to be them. But smoke coming through from the CTs might slow them down a little bit. Counter flash over. They've got the 3-man stack out towards A, and they could fake this one out. This is a good chance to get towards the side, because Chris J is real low here. He does have the AWP to hand. He's going to put it to use. Freestyle goes down, flash out, move back. Buys a little bit of time to allow for the rotate of the rest of his team. Goes for the... Oh, my word. 3 for Chris J. Looks for another. Not going to get it. Too low to do anything, but Legia is back. Pretty much the king of this B site right now. And now just MJR standing. This looks like it's going to be the round that Mouz Sports claim. As look where that bomb is. That is really dire for MJR. He's going to push across. And there we go. Gobi will claim that one for Mouz Sports. So picking it up, pretty cleanly. Got to say it, they're looking good. But they got close points. When they kind of smoothed it out, they got on that CT side, they started to look a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, they did. And obviously, it's all about being comfortable here. And, we were talking about Gabi a little bit earlier on, and he's a great player come into this. The synergy's been able to really build up within the team with a limited amount of time is honestly phenomenal. And we got to give a lot of credit to EnRo, though. I mean, when they started to really get, the ball rolling, they started to pick up so many rounds. I remember taking, I believe it was 6 straight on CT side. And that is not us. That would be...
You can look at them. That's me on the left. Hello.
That's you on the left?
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
He's taller, though.
Shh.
Anyways. Okay, we can see us now.
What's up?
But it was very well done by them, and it was a little bit unfortunate that they couldn't really pull things out and pull it through. But I like their switch up. I like their ability to be able to change from playing passive to aggressive, so fluidly.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was actually really nice to watch. It's good to see EnRo actually really stepping up. I think everyone kind of predicted, a real one-sided game, let's say here. I think I was the same. I was thinking, maybe they picked like 5 rounds up or something, but they actually got very close. I think if they maybe stopped trying to go towards their B site the entire time, it might have gone a little bit better.
Yeah.
This is obviously we get 20/20 vision, we get a full overview of the map, we get to see a lot more, and obviously they don't. But just by working things out, but. Still, it came down very closely for both of them. And the next map, I don't know what to expect on towards the next one. I think it's Dust 2.
Schön, dass ihr
Wow, hello.
That was rude.
God, German everywhere. Why are you so...
No, it's good.
But I still have to hear it.
You don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it, Jesus. Germans. I live in Germany. I have enough of this. I don't need any more. But if you guys do want to hear the German version, there is obviously another stream going on right now. So you can head over there and check it out yourselves.
But stay here.
But you want to stay here. Yeah. Because of the Naughty Lemons in Twitch chat, actually. Did you see that beautiful blog that was put up recently?
Your smile, Pansy, it can freeze over hell,
You actually remember substantially more than I hoped.
It was a good blog.
It was a good blog, but shout out to him for that one. Kind of scary, but still.
You think it was like a joke, but it could be true. Your smile is lovely.
I like how your voice cracked while you're saying that. But yeah, obviously, first map in favour to Mouz Sports, but I think it was closer than most of us expected. Yeah. And the second one, Dust 2, everyone knows how to play Dust 2, so it could be even better. But then again, Chris J is very strong on it. But has he been on point at the moment? I don't know. He didn't look as Chris J-ish as normal. I don't even know how to
turn his name into an adjective.
It kind of is. When he's got the AWP and he's left to his own devices, we saw it in that final round. I think he picked up 3 then, even with 9 HP or something. But still, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to expect. Because EnRo looked good. I think they got a little bit tunnel visioned. But I think they could definitely do something a little bit more on Dust 2 because you're so comfortable on it by now. Yeah,
there's also a lot of things you can work on that one. But I think we're going to go a quick little break here, though, since we're actually doing an interview with a man from Wildfire. So when we come back, though, we will be seeing Mouz Sports up against EnRo GRIFFINS on Dust 2. Guys, stick around. We'll be back in just a few.
He looks like he's got comfy pants on as well. Just going to let you know. I'm going to drop you guys on that.
Show him.